Hey guys, it's Tian here. Um, Wanted to talk about a topic today, something that no, that's not good. That's not good. I take usually like twenty takes on the beginning, guys. Okay, how am I gonna open this? Um, okay, I think I got it. All right. Hey guys, it's Tian here. I wanted to talk about a pretty interesting topic today that I think most in the bodybuilding community would find very interesting, and it's well, how do I say this? It's something I see. This is how bad it is. Like I'm trying to go here and look at this. How many times I just fucked up saying the same thing? Everything is good. Love you, T. Okay. It's the beginning. The beginning is so bad for me trying to think of how to open. It's the opener is just it kills it. When I'm sending a voice message or like a video message to somebody, I'm like good. I'm just like, yeah, this. But when I'm trying to talk to nothing, it is so difficult. Yeah, how do I open it? I want to talk about um, a very interesting topic today. Um, that is something. Okay, okay. I think I got this. Hey guys, Tian here. I want to talk about a very interesting topic today. That is something that most anybody in the bodybuilding community would find very interesting, and that is something better than growth hormone, something that gives you all the growth hormone benefits, but none of the growth hormone side effects. Now, a lot of people might be thinking growth hormone side effects. What side effects are with growth hormone? Because everybody just reads, it does all these great benefits and basically no sides essentially. If you give a quick Google search on growth hormone side effects, you'll see guys, they're doing their normal cycle, everything's going good, and they add in growth hormone, they start getting gyno, they start getting hair loss, and people like think, what? Gyno off growth hormone, hair loss off growth hormone? That's impossible. But it's actually very common if you just give it a quick Google and you check like any forums or Facebook groups. It's a very common thing, and it's easily explained in science. Example: the hair loss, prolactin. Prolactin is very well involved in hair loss, whether it's upregulating androgen receptors. It's a thing where even when they test in balding men versus control groups of normal men that don't experience balding men always have higher prolactin. Um, so growth hormone does have a lot of sides, and it's something that isn't, I don't want to say not as much talked about, but not so much seen. It's seen, but it's not so much seen as growth hormone causing it. People want to blame on everything but the growth hormone. uh, and another side effect is water retention with it too. Many people think, what, no, growth hormone just gives me amazing fat loss, I don't see any water retention. But no, like every it's funny because every single pro who talks about when they first introduced growth hormone, they talk about going up a pound a day, 2 pounds a day, and so on. And there's actually a really neat study. I should have looked it up before I did the video because I read it months ago. Where per every, I forget how many IU increase they did. It might have been 2 or 3 IU, but for every 3 IU, maybe let's just say, don't quote me on this because again, I read it a while ago. It was something like 3 pounds increase of water or something. That it was insane, and it just kept going up every time they increased the dosage. So I always find it funny when people say, they act shocked that growth hormone doesn't increase water, and then guys will talk about how they look their biggest on growth hormone, or what was it saying, or growth hormone caused them so much muscle growth. It's like, no, you took growth hormone, you experienced an immense amount of water weight, and you looked insanely fuller, and you thought that was muscle growth. The downside of that is you're never going to look your leanest on growth hormone either. Guys drop it and they notice, hey, I look immensely drier. So I'm kind of rambling on here with all the negatives of growth hormone versus the main topic, but I'm talking about the science of the negatives of growth hormone when the main topic is something better than growth hormone. So where was I? Yeah, so growth hormone side effects: gynecomastia, hair loss, water retention. What else? I should have wrote a list before I did this video, guys, but I haven't done a video in a while, so I'm just kind of winging it. I'm kind of reading off semi what I wrote, but it's not a list. So yeah, I'll just jump right into it and kind of like spill the beans on it, on what's better than growth hormone. And many people are going to be like, no, this item isn't better than growth hormone. And then I'm going to explain why. So IPAM. It's a drug that's been out for a while. It's a drug that many people have used, and when it first came out, the dosages on it is always like 100 mcg. And people have always used that, and they would use it, and even myself used it. And my thoughts on it were the exact same as everybody else's. Use 100 mcg, saw nothing. I literally can find so many messages of me telling people that this drug is garbage. It's trash. You use it compared to GHRPs and you see like no effects. It's so minimal. It's just like, it's not worth it because it's so minimal. And this is what I always thought, and that's what everybody says about the drug. So I was actually sleeping on this drug basically on how powerful it was by accident till I ended up mega dosing it myself because I wanted to see the benefits it would have on sleep, because the GHRPs can raise your cortisol and stuff and kind of disrupt some people's sleep. IPAM doesn't raise your cortisol and doesn't raise your prolactin. And the GHRPs always gave me a little bit of hair loss and gyno issues too, so I never liked them too much. I kind of shied away from them. So anyways, I mega dosed IPAM to see how my sleep would be. And the next morning, I woke up immensely fuller and immensely tighter and drier. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, why do I look so much fuller and so much drier? And I was thinking, wait, I mega dosed IPAM. And yeah, it was just something that blew my mind, because something that I always considered severely weak did something so severely amazing. GHRPs and growth hormone, use it, you explode, you're fuller, but you're bloated. You know what I mean? Your stomach's jiggling, you look bloated, and your face gets bloated too. The amazing thing with the IPAM is that I look so much drier, like I took a diuretic. I was just like, wow, like why am I looking so dry and tight yet fuller? So I tested it out a few more times, and I kept seeing that result. And then I started using it on clients. Some people who already used it and who mega dose the hell out of growth hormone and thought growth hormone was so great. And every single client that I used on literally said things like, I'll post some screenshots probably in the video too, some before and afters and things people said. So many people would say things like they love it better than steroids, basically. Like, that's how much they love it. And that's what I felt too when I mega dosed it, realizing like, wow, I look so full and so freaking dry and tight. And that's literally every single reply of people that clients that I had mega dosed it. They're literally like, I love it better than steroids, and I can't believe how dry and full I look, basically. And that is the key selling point I feel to this, is that they look dry and fuller, which you mega dose growth hormone, you're going to be waterlogged. There's a few different possibly scientific explanations to this. One is, so many people don't know this, is that prolactin is actually very harsh for causing water weight and bloat. And with IPAM, we know it doesn't raise prolactin. So one of the main things that I would say that is possibly somehow doing this is that the IPAM, because it's making you look fuller, it is somehow either, whether it's just making you store more glycogen, it's like that water is just being placed within the muscles to make you look fuller, and you're not getting that sub-Q water. It's just insane. Whatever exact scientific way it might be going about it, like I said, there's a few possible explanations, but that's what happens, and it's something I've been using even on competitor clients, and it's the same thing. What else is it saying? And then we don't have the prolactin side effects, so hair loss, gyno. We don't have the water weight side effects. I really should have wrote a list here for the side effects I was comparing it to. So basically, what we have a drug is that we thought was completely useless, almost everybody, till you mega dose it, and then you realize, wow, this could possibly be one of the best drugs for multiple different reasons, but mainly for cosmetic effects, because we know most competitors will drop growth hormone multiple weeks out because the water weight, they're not going to look as dry or hard. This seems to be something that is so mind-blowing, because people have to use GH to look their fullest. You're not getting that extra water retention from no matter how much tests or this or that using. And again, when you're pre-contest, you don't want that water weight in all the different places. But when IPAM is causing somehow water weight, if it's just glycogen, whatever, in the muscles, it's like the most ultimate pre-contest drug, really. It's going to make you look bigger and then drier. And we could say mostly the drier, tighter effects could just be due to it swelling up the muscle, right? You mega dose carbs, sodium, water, potassium, everything needed to hold water and store as glycogen, your muscles are going to explode, right? And what happens when your muscles explode in fullness? That skin, the skin and the fat stretches, and it makes you look tighter. So its effects on making you look tighter and drier could simply be due to that, because myself and anybody who use the mega doses on, they're not urinating anymore. So it's not like it's having, you know, a water loss effect. It's making you look dry and fuller. Sorry, it's making you look drier and tighter. It seems to be just due to the fullness. So yeah, basically, hold on, let me check my list here, guys. I'm probably not going to edit this stuff out, me saying like, let me check my list and checking my list, just because when I edit videos, I never want to do a video when I know I have to edit them. I hate it. Yeah, and I'd rather just get the videos out there and the info out there, you know what I mean? So you guys have it. Another neat thing about this, one of the topics that I'm kind of like, is interesting, and a selling point of how amazing it is, if you are natural or borderline natural, whatever you want to call it, this drug is kind of amazing for you. Or maybe you're somebody that used steroids and just don't want to go back on them anymore. It's not going to shut you down. Like growth hormone will shut down your natural growth hormone production. This is not going to shut down any hormonal pathway in your system. You use it, it's only going to raise your natural growth hormone levels. So you want to stay semi-natural or basically natural, because it's just raising your natural growth hormone. Whether you're too scared of steroids because of the side effects, shut down this or that, this is an amazing option for people like that, where you're just going to look amazing on it. And it has, you know, it basically has all the growth hormone side effects the growth hormone benefits without the side effects. You're going to get, you know, the joint health, tendon, collagen. You're going to get the skin benefits, and you're going to get all these benefits, skipping the negatives, because it doesn't seem to raise all the other hormones that even just regular synthetic growth hormone does, like prolactin and things like I was saying. So it literally is growth hormone and all of its benefits without the sides. I'm probably going to post the bloods to this too. You know, I have guys' blood levels that are way like 2-3 times higher than people are getting off 10 IU of synthetic growth hormone even. All the side effects are just lessened with this, because it's not raising those secondary sets of hormones, if you want to call it that. It's just insane. Basically, you know, none of my clients I've had use this megadosa are seeing basically no side effects, which is, you know, amazing, and, you know, makes it great for guys wanting to avoid side effects. Like, people know how I push DECA-based cycles for those wanting to avoid the typical cosmetic side effects like Gyno and whatnot, right? Where was I? There was something else. I think I wrote it down here that I wanted to mention. Hopefully I'm not forgetting. So no, the hair loss, yeah, shut down. The growth hormone benefits. I knew there was something else, but like I said, I didn't write it down. One other thing. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. Really neat study on IPAM too, which showed that it actually got stronger in basically a linear fashion over the course of 12 months, which is just insane. Basically saying the longer you stay on this item, it just got stronger and stronger and stronger. That is, you know, it's just insane. It's not something that's going to wear off, that it's only going to get better. So it's a really great thing for people who are doing, how I suggest, short cycles. You know, you blast for 4 to 6 weeks, and then you either come off or cruise depending on your goal. It's something so amazing that you can use long term in that sense. So, you know, you're getting the fat loss benefits, you're getting some anabolism, even though growth hormone doesn't cause anabolism directly. It can via water retention, because as we've seen studies with edema, the water, you know, people who have water retention, like swelling in the legs and stuff like that, they see immense muscle growth due to the water's anabolic effects. What was I saying? So yeah, it's something you can use long term. So while you're on cycle, you're going to get increased strength, increased fat loss, and indirect anabolic effect. And then when you come off cycle, amazing. It's going to be so amazing that you're still getting anti-catabolic effect. You're going to be getting the fat loss effect. You're going to be getting that extra strength from it. You know, just all the general health, growth hormone benefits too. So I think that's basically it. Hopefully something doesn't come to me, and I wish I add it in the video later. Again, I'm going to upload some screenshots and some pictures of some guys that have been using it. Like my one competitor client, so he was on a cut, and he was on some different more hardening like drugs, right? You know, like the DHTs. Most people know some more drying effect and you're looking harder. Took him off all the hardener items and placed them on DECA and IPAM and Lantus, and obviously he went into a large calorie surplus, and he's he's staying the same body fat while he's up like 15 or something pounds in 15 days. And yeah, he's the same body fat, if not leaner. And that's the same thing. You'll see in his messages every day. He's like, wow, like, I'm looking leaner and tighter. And that's basically what every single person that, or client and so on, that, I've had use it, they're just astonished at how dry and tight they're looking. One thing you guys probably would have hated me for is dosage for this. So I wrote an article and I put it on my website and on my forums too. It's basically everything I'm saying in this. It's just written down. You guys know, like, I give out all my content for free. You know what I mean? I tell you guys exactly what I'm saying, and the forums just kind of like, some people like their handheld, right? Some people like to like read it and see it on paper and stuff like that, like exactly what to do. So that's why the forums there, if you wanted to ask me questions, right, you'd be like, what's this, but I still always love to just give out all my stuff for free anyways. So yeah, dosages. So 200 mcg minimum per dose, minimum. That is a dose where 100 mcg, you're not going to notice anything. Like you're not, like, a minor benefit. 200 mcg, you are going to wake up tighter, you're going to wake up fuller, you're going to see a modest effect. You're going to see a decent effect enough to want to run it. Like, it's a decent effect. Where it really shines is you're going to want to do it at 500 mcg doses. That is where I found it really, really shines. Fullness, tightness, and so on. And you're going to want it at minimum 2 times a day. 3 times a day, a little bit better. At minimum 2 times a day, but it must be spaced about 6 hours apart. Many people don't know that it's a lot. It's active a lot longer than the GHRPs, where you can dose the GHRPs every 3 hours. So at minimum 6 hours apart for its peak effect, and 200 mcg doses minimum, and 500 is better. And you can actually go a lot higher than that, like a lot higher. So yeah, I think that cover everything. Again, for people watching the video, I'm actually doing this live at the same time on my other phone, so I might answer some questions that are posted now, and I might post them with the video, but I don't want the video to be too long either, so I'm not sure if I'll do that. So if I do that or not, I'll say the goodbye now. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks everyone for subscribing and or to my YouTube channel. Thanks for everybody sharing it, and I appreciate it a lot when people share it. Thanks for people who subscribe to my website. I really do appreciate it. That helps me out immensely. And same with the sharing. Yeah, the sharing my videos, that helps me out so immense, guys. So yeah, thanks for watching.